Money FM 89.3. Best of breakfast. Mind your business. Only on Money FM 89.3.
Yes, Money FM 89.3. It's Mind Your Business with me, Audrey Seek. Now, if you own a car in Singapore, a lot of our listeners listen while driving. You already know it's not just about beating the traffic or finding a good parking spot. Nope, the real stress, it's the paperwork, the policies, and that three-letter word every driver dreads is COE. That's right. Beyond the price tag, owning a car here feels like running your own mini admin department, from renewing your COE to remembering your road tax, insurance, inspections, and let's not forget juggling all of the different platforms to get it done. So is there a smarter, simpler way to take the pain out of car ownership? That's what we're here to find out with Angela Poh, Deputy CEO of Motorist, a homegrown platform that's transforming the car ownership experience from streamlining COE renewals to making services more inclusive for drivers from all walks of life. So we are so happy to welcome Angela to the show. Great to have you with us, Angela. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. Hope to share more insights on the car
Yes.
ownership in Singapore.
It's so great to have you. So how would you describe Singapore's car ownership ecosystem today? How has it evolved over the years?
I guess when we talk about like the car ownership ecosystem here, I think generally Singapore has quite a high cost of owning a vehicle. I mean, that is really due to what you mentioned earlier, which is the COE system that we have. And of course, I feel that although it keeps the price high, but it does still have its own merit by, keeping the congestion down. If we look at our neighboring countries, the congestion that you have is really high. But on the other side, we also see a lot of shift to, like you mentioned also, the digital platforms. So there's a lot more platform coming up to bring more seamless processes and ease to vehicle owners when it comes to various services. But still, we do find that the ecosystem currently is still quite fragmented. So you don't get like all-in-one. So if you need, like example, insurance, you go to the insurance platform. You need loan and services, you go to a loan or, bank platform. So it's quite fragmented even at this point of time. So I think the last two changes that we see that is upcoming is really the rise of EV in the couple of years.
Yeah.
With, of course, the rebates that's given by the government, as well as we also see some shift, the leasing alternative that people start to look into.
Okay, so you talked about the fragmentation, and you pointed out that the system can feel overwhelming, right, for the average car owner here. Can you walk us through what the process of owning a car actually involves? Like, why it's become so complex and, frankly, intimidating for many Singaporeans?
Yeah. So I think to own a car, I guess if we talk about owning a new car, first you need to really get the COE. And COE price is something that there's a lot of uncertainty, right? So the price can fluctuate a lot. It's like a stock price. If we say like last year you buy at a high 120,000 COE and now it dropped to 100,000, you essentially lost like 20,000 in your paper value.
Yeah.
So I think that is the first key that when people look about buying a new car, so COE is definitely the cost there. And then if we talk about like what are other costs that is involved in owning a vehicle, we also look into like the monthly recurring costs, like your petrol, your EV charging, or your ERP. So, and then if we talk about the maintenance, we have the road tax, insurance, and also your quarterly servicing. So these are all the costs that will come to own a vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it's also another thing that we also see that the high cost of owning a vehicle with the current situation today where you need to down pay a 30-40% might be quite a stretch for very average Singaporean that you need to down pay quite a bit. So imagine a $100,000 car, you need to down pay like a 30 over thousand in the first payment.
Yeah. So would you say that that's one of the most common pain points you're hearing from drivers on the ground? It's the cost, but also the admin burden as well that they have to juggle.
Yeah, definitely. So because we look at vehicle ownership, right? So, I mean, how often do you actually really buy or you sell a vehicle? Probably, once in every 2 or 3 years. So a lot of time, this process was seen very unfamiliar to many people, right? Or so when it comes to buying and selling, you're not sure whether you are selling at the right price or you're buying at the right price, and then you're not also sure about the paperwork. So we also hear horrendous story of people buying from car dealers and then they don't get their car, right? So these are like some of the pain points that we see. And on top of that, we talk about like your vehicle ownership journey, like, on your daily drive. you see that, example, you get into an accident or your car break down, then what do you do? Like, you probably also don't know. This does not happen very often.
Right.
So I think these are like the daily pain points that some people do get. So, and of course, that's when, we really try to make it seamless for our owners. Where you need help, you think of us, and we will actually be able to help you from all the different spectrum of vehicle ownership.
Yeah, so I want to bring in Motorist now. You guys want to be a one-stop shop for all things cars in Singapore, right? And it started off as a very simple app to help drivers manage traffic fines, but it has certainly come a long way since. So can you tell us more about how the platform has grown and how it's helping drivers not just buy but sell and manage their vehicles more seamlessly?
Yep. So I think, in fact, Motorist started 10 years ago. And when we started, we only did auction platform, where we actually connect vehicle seller to used car dealers. And we also guide them through the end-to-end of the sales process. But after 4 years, we realized that selling is just not enough for a vehicle owner. So that's when we actually come up with the whole Motorist app, where we actually bring them through the vehicle ownership journey with tools, services, and not just that, we also give educational resources and content so that they can read and they can understand a little bit more and to watch out for things that they might not know.
Yeah.
Correct. And today, I think that's where we come up with like really the whole suite of, we call it the 4 phases of driving. When you buy, you drive, you maintain, and then you sell. So we try to cover all phases of that.
Okay, so I also want to talk about inclusivity in this space. What does that look like when it comes to car ownership services? And how is Motorist supporting groups like, elderly drivers or first-time car owners?
So I guess for Motorists, we work with all the automotive ecosystem partners. So it depends on like what sort of services like the drivers actually require. So like example, if the elderly actually require, say, the additional help or for road assist, then that's where we actually partner with the relevant ecosystem partner to bring in more services to help. So I guess if the other part of it is that, we know that the landscape is going towards EV. So we built a lot more EV related matters. Like, in fact, 2 years ago, we built that EV hub where we bring in more resources and tools. So it's not just buying or selling, but it's really educating and creating more content to empower both sides, right?
Yeah.
Empower the drivers and empower our ecosystem partners to really link them together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're also going with the trends. You see EVs picking up in popularity and you jump into that space. So I also want to talk about innovation. How is Motorist integrating AI into your services? And how does that tie into Singapore's broader goals like sustainability and the shift towards EVs?
Okay. So Motorist is a tech company where we actually explore AI many years back. And I think one of the products that born from the AI is our vehicle price predictor. So we really give real-time price, average price of your vehicle so you can get it on their fingertip. And on top of that, we are also looking into AI workers via call, SMS or email to really enhance our efficiency and our operations on our daily work. So if we talk about for the EV that is up and coming. So in fact, this year, we are also partnering with a tech startup where we actually will be, because one of the pain points of an EV owner is always where to charge, how to charge.
Right.
Or you don't even know whether there's availability.
Yeah.
And also the EV charger operator are quite fragmented. So there's tons of apps for you to download. So instead of that very cumbersome process, we actually kind of aggregate it into one platform, which is the Motorist platform. So with the Motorist app, you'll be able to find where to charge and also pay through that one app. So instead of having tons of that.
Yeah.
So that would be the next thing that's coming up this year for the EV-related matters.
Okay, so it seems like you guys are very agile when it comes to knowing what people on the ground need in order to make life easier for the car owner. What do you think has been the most crucial in helping Motorists scale and become the platform it is today?
I think other than being innovative, which is actually our DNA since we started 10 years ago, I guess being able to solve problems and having a customer first, from the point where you are always coming out with solutions and not coming out with product just to make money, I think that really helped how we actually are more Motorists from just an auction platform to today multi tools, services, all in one place, super app for vehicle owners. So I guess it's really like customer first and able to come up with a solution that is very relatable to the market. And on top of that, it's not just vehicle owners, right? We also look at the other side of the business, which is our ecosystem partners. So we work very closely with them. We want to empower them. So we actually work like an enhancer, right, and empowerment, so that both sides can actually kind of connect together and create value for the whole ecosystem through the ecosystem players as well as for vehicle owners. And of course, we do have very loyal staff that have been working with us more than 7 years that actually help to scale Motorist. And today we are already in 5 markets. So apart from Singapore, we are also in Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, and Philippines.
Oh, wow. And I also read that you guys recently opened the office in the Philippines. Is that correct?
Yes, we did.
Okay. Well, congratulations on scaling it even further around the region. Before you go, Angela, I want to talk to the aspiring entrepreneurs who are tuning in now, especially women maybe hoping to break through in their industries. What's one piece of advice you'd share from your journey that you'd like to share with them?
Well, I guess being an entrepreneur is a lot of grit, hard work, and resilience that you really need to have, because navigating through problems, and if we talk about in this automotive industry in Singapore, with the COE, with the ERP 2.0, or with like the new incumbents that's coming in, the EV, China EV that's coming in, you really need to move very fast.
Yeah.
So I guess for entrepreneurs, you really need to work through it, and it's not like overnight. So you really need to grind, and you might get to it one day. And so I guess for female entrepreneurs, I think don't give up and don't be afraid of stereotype, because there's also a lot of outstanding female leaders out there.
Yeah, that you could maybe look up to and follow. And maybe you're one of them now, Angela. So from COEs to inclusivity, it's clear that simplifying car ownership is about more than just tech. It's about making the system work for people. That was Angela Poh, Deputy CEO of Motorist. Thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you again for having me so much.
Thank you. Keep it here on Money FM 89.3.
To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.